King of TV Bowling presents the Gilmore Lanes Sunday Shootout. Brought to you by Sam Adams. Pursue better. Hammer. Nothing hits like a hammer. Powerhouse, the professional's choice. CheapBowlingBalls.com. The only thing cheap is our prices. The Bowler's Edge Pro Shop at Gilmore Lanes. And by Logo Infusion, the best bowling jerseys in the game. Good afternoon, everyone. Vic Amon here for another King of TV Bowling Sweeper Series. Today we are at Gilmore Lanes for the Sunday Night Shootout. And this is week 2 of the free ball giveaway that we were drawing a jackpot, a Maverick Pearl, or a Hammer Rodman. Went to one lucky winner. And this week's winner was Jerry G. And Jerry G had a choice between 3 of those balls there, thanks to CheapBowlingBalls.com and the Bowler's Edge Pro Shop. He selected the Radical Jackpot. So congratulations, Jerry, on your ball. And lo and behold, look what we got here. Jerry made it through the qualifying rounds, and he's going to be in our first match today, facing off against Brandon Coffey. As Brandon was the higher of the two in the seeding for the stepladder finals, he is elected to make Jerry G start on the left-hand lane. Today we are on 15 and 16 at Gilmore Lanes. As Jerry played up the track, got that full roller working, and he's off to an early lead with a quick strike. This is a handicap event today, folks. 80% of 220. Brandon is getting 7 pins today in this first match. And we're going to get a look at Brandon Coffey here. Four-step delivery. Nice smooth arm swing. Great roll. And he's got himself a strike as well. We'd like to thank everybody that stopped on out today to Gilmore Lanes. There was a lot of activity and a lot of great bowling going on in the Tri-State. There was the Breast Cancer Awareness event at Northwest Lanes. 10 pins for Tatas. The Right Walkers and Northwest Lanes, they held a great event for breast cancer awareness, raising over $6,700 for the Right Walkers team that walks every year for breast cancer awareness. And that's a great event they had, raising a lot of money for a great cause. So hats off to Tab Bale and the Right Walkers for raising some good money for breast cancer awareness. As Brandon Coffey leaves the washout, he leaves the 1, 2, 4, 10. He's going to try and slide that head pin over. And he gave it a run, but just a bit too much on the torque. So he goes 9 out in that frame. With his sticks, he is currently at 35 in the second. Jerry G gets 2 today, so we got a difference of 5 pins between the bowlers. As Jerry's got a strike up in the first, he's looking to get a key double here early on. But we also this week had the Battle of the Sexes at Brentwood Bowl. Gary Christie and the gang out there run a great program, and that was a 5-person team event. And there was a lot of great action going on out there, a lot of pot games, and a lot of fun. So with all that activity, the entries were down here today, but we still were able to muster up enough guys to get a good qualifier in, and we got a stepladder finals for you today. So we got some fresh faces for you and some great action. As Jerry G leaves the solid 10-pin, the 6-pin went up and around. He's going to look, cut down the hook, change his balls to bring this spare back, and he does so nicely. As he was joking before the telecast today, he was showing me his spare ball. It's a fish ball. Pretty unique. Gotta say I haven't seen that before. It's kind of something in the resemblance of Bass Pro or whatnot, but nonetheless, it's pretty cool for all you fisherman fans. Check that out at Visiball or Haveaball.com. You can get one of your custom bowling balls made just kind of like Jerry G. So if you're wanting something hard to pick up those spares, check them out at ontheball.com. As Jerry's looking to get back on the strike train, he goes through the nose. A little bit of an errant shot there by Jerry, leaving the very difficult to bring back 9-10. So let's see how he approaches this one. I'm guessing he's going to change to his spare ball. No, he's going with his strike ball. See if he can get a slight arc in there and maybe straighten it out on the back end, as Jerry's a full roller. Traditional style. 5-step delivery. And just didn't straighten it out enough as he chops the 9 off the 10. So he goes 9 out in that frame, which gives him 47 scratch in the third. With his 2 pins, he is at 49. Brandon Coffey right now is at 35 with his handicap. He's looking to get back on the strike train himself. Good pitch there by Brandon, but unfortunately he leaves the 4-9 in the pocket. So a pocket split by Brandon Coffey, as these guys are looking to get dialed in here. They are bowling on the Gilmore Lanes house pattern today. A little bit of a modified house, heavier concentration of oil in the middle, drier outsides, dry back ends. Typical THS. As Brandon gets 1 out of the 2 that were remaining, giving him 9 outs. And he is currently sitting at 44 with his handicap. 37 in the third with his sticks. As he gets 7, he's got 44. So he needs to get back on here quick. That's a great shot there again, leaving the 10-pin. So Brandon having a little trouble with some carry issues. He's usually a regular at the sweeper events. He comes out to Coleraine Bowl, the Florence Bowling Center, and here at Gilmore Lanes. And we appreciate his support and everybody else that is supporting the Sweeper Series. Make sure you tell a friend and have them stop on out. Who knows, you could be our next featured champion. We currently hold qualifiers at Gilmore Lanes every Sunday at 1 o'clock, Coleraine Bowl at 6:30, and every Tuesday night at 6:45 at the Florence Bowling Center. Contact each of the bowling proprietors out there, and they can get you information on that as well as directions if needed. There's Jerry going wide of the pocket here. These guys are playing a game of you take it, I don't want it. Leaving the 2-8-10 split. Another difficult split to bring back. So Jerry's got a couple bingo chips here, back to back. See if he can give this a run here. He's going to have to bounce it out or get lucky by sliding it over. But he elects to take the 2, it looked like there, which is a wise move. This shot's kind of getting a little flaky right now. There's some oil pushed down on the championship pair as we had some qualifying on here and some match play games. And we are now on the stepladder finals on 17 and 18. So with that open, that gives Jerry 58, as he had 56 in the fourth with his 2 pins. He is currently sitting at 58 total. Looks like he's making a little bit of adjustment here with his feet. A lot better shot there by Jerry G. Good shot, buddy. Right in the 1-3. And he is back on the strike train. All right, well, let's see how Brandon Coffey responds here. As Jerry got back on, putting a little bit of pressure on him. Brandon's got to get going here. As he is currently down. 14 pins in this match. And he kind of raised up a little bit on that shot, going through the nose, leaving the Durbin, 3-6-9-10. And another tough spare to bring back. Very choppable. Let's see if he changes balls. He elects to stay with the strike ball that he's throwing. Try and cut it down here, get that tough sleeper pin out. And he goes wide and chops the 3 off of the 6-9-10. So he goes 9 out again, and that's another open for Brandon Coffey, unfortunately. Giving him 62 in the 5th. He's got to get something going here. As he tries to swing it wide of the heavy oil, trying to get the break back out of the dry. He goes light, almost leaving the complete dinner bucket, but he leaves the 2, 4, and 5. As the 5 pin was a touch bit off spot. It was shown up as a split on the score, but he brings that back. So he's got himself a mark. He stops the bleeding. And let's see if he can regroup here. As Jerry's looking to double up, take control of this match. That's a good pitch there by Jerry G. Let's get a look at that on the Samuel Adams Boston Lager replay. He moved a touch inside, getting the ball to roll up flush. 6-pin kicking out the 10. Jerry's got a key double in this match as he took control of the lead there with a great pitch, looking to make it 3 in a row. He's getting set. Great shot there again by Jerry. That's 3 in a row for Jerry G. And he is in full control of this match at this point. Brandon Coffey's got to go. He's got to get on the strike train and get on quick. If I know Jerry, once he gets dialed in, he's pretty much going to be there the rest of this match. That's a great shot there by Brandon. Let's check this one out as well. Brandon made a little bit of adjustment, moved inside. Ball tails up, flushing the 1-3. And he's finally aboard the strike train. So let's see if he can build on that, regroup, and get back in this match. As he is currently down 31 pins total in this match. Jerry's on a 3-bagger. But Brandon can chip away at that lead and get back in it. Makes a good shot. Just a touch high, though, leaving the 4-pin. That's a tough break because he needed to get that key double to climb back in it. Let's see if he can bring this spare back and hang in there. Stranger things have happened before. As he brings that spare back. A little bit of disappointment on Brandon's face, but rightfully so. He shot very well in the qualifier. He was in the 670s today. Shot very well getting in here, and just didn't go his way so far with the pin carry. But he has 102 in the 7th with a spare up in the 8th. His max potential is going to be the 180s. As Jerry shreds the rack, and he is on a mission now. He's looking to bang this thing out, lock it up, and move on to the next match. Jerry G's max potential scratch will be 236. With his 2 pins, it'll be 238. Another strike here by Jerry, and he is going to be on cruise control and moving on. Makes another great pitch, gets a great break. Smack of the hands, and he is going to move on to match 2 today. As that is 5 in a row for Jerry G. Brandon just looking to fill it out here. Good shot there by Brandon. If he would have got some pin carry, we might have had a different story here, but that's how it goes sometimes. It's what makes this game so special. You just never know. As he has to take a re-rack here. But folks, we want to make sure that you are aware there are 2 weeks remaining for our free ball giveaway at Gilmore Lanes. Every week at 1 o'clock, stop on out to Gilmore Lanes and get signed up. Every participant of this sweeper will receive a free entry into the ball giveaway. It's just a $30 entry fee to get into the sweeper. And the free ball entry is included with that. We also run jackpots and brackets, so if there's interest in that, we have that available as well. Like we said, tell a friend and stop on out to Gilmore Lanes. A new bowler referral receives $5 off your entry fee. So if you have any questions, give Chris Woods a call out here at Gilmore and they'll get you squared away. As a tough break there for Brandon. He left another split and opened up as he finished with 155. The match was already over. Jerry looking to fill it out here as he leaves another 10 pin. He'll be in the 2 teens with a conversion and a fill. And he is going to move on to face off against Seth White. And you might recognize that name. That's right. That's the brother of Nolan White from Franklin, Ohio. As Jerry brings that spare back. So we're going to have a stroker versus cranker face-off in our next match. With our tournament leader, Rob Gettell. He shot 760 to lead everybody today with his handicap. But the winner of this match is Jerry G, 213 to 155 over Brandon Coffey. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back for today's next match. Now, a word from our sponsors.
I'd say 10.
4 or 5.
12.
How many different beers do you think Sam Adams brews in a year?
I think Sam Adams brews about 10 different beers a year.
I can think of the Boston Lager.
Summer Ale.
Oktoberfest. Cherry wheat.
Ooh, cherry wheat.
Chocolate Bach.
Are you still pulling them out?
Sam Adams brews over 60 different styles of beer a year.
I'm shocked. This is crazy.
So obviously we were wrong.
I had no idea Sam Adams made this many.
Can I just take them all with me?
This definitely changes my perspective on Sam Adams.
It's back. Sweet, malty, delicious. Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
Well, it's too long living in the same old lies. Yeah, I feel too cold to live, too young to die. Won't you follow me into the jungle? Won't you follow me into the jungle?
All right, folks, we are back as we are getting set for match number 2. We are going to have Jerry G facing off against Seth White. As Seth is elected to make Jerry start the match first on the left-hand lane. He goes through the nose, leaving the 3-6-10. Jerry's going to change to a harder surface friction ball here to bring the spare back. He elects to throw his strike ball at it, but he hooks it into it and he brings it back anyway. 2 pins separate these two today. Seth is coming in scratch. Jerry just getting 2 sticks, as this is 80% of 220. And we are going to get a look at Seth White. Watch this arm swing, folks, as he hits the bottom out of the ball, absolutely tearing the cover off of it. It's a great first pitch, jumping out to an early lead, as his brother Nolan uses that modern two-handed style. Seth's got his thumb in the ball, and he's hitting it every bit as hard as his brother. He is a very accomplished bowler in his own right. He has some awards from high school up there in Franklin, Ohio. Looking to make it a quick double, and he does. Great shot there by Seth. He's putting the pressure on early. I was joking around with Seth before the match. He said he is the prettier of the two, or better looking. So he got a little dig in on his brother Nolan. These two were laughing it up before the match. Good time seeing these guys down here. We appreciate everybody that stops out to Gilmore lanes. It's always a good time. As Jerry, not being denied, he's going to try and hang in here with this young cranker. Gets a strike of his own, and he is on the strike train. See if he can make it a double. The winner of this match will face off against our top seed today, Rob Gettell. Rob was in the 760s this week. As we stated, it's a handicapped event. Rob gets 21 pins a handicap. So with his handicap, he was in the 760s. As Jerry made a good shot there, leaving the 10 pin. He's going to need to cover this up here. Doesn't want to give Seth any openings. He's going to change to his fishball this time. his harder plastic ball. Smooth delivery, and he brings that spare back. So Jerry stays clean as he has 40 in the second with a spare up in the third. Seth White on a double, looking to make it 3 in a row here. Good shot there by Seth. Popped it to the right just a touch. Ball crept high, leaving the 4-pin. That's how that pattern's playing here today, folks. You pop it to the right a little quick, and it'll give you that hockey stick-like reaction, that hard turn at the back end. So Seth, he is going to play off his strike mark for this spare attempt, and he does bring it back. That gives him 29 in the first, 49 in the second with a spare up in the third. The high qualifier from today will get a free entry into the Florence Bowling Center, and the winner of today's match will get a free entry into the Coleraine Bowl Sunday Night Sweepers. And Seth makes a great pitch there. Let's check this one out on a Samuel Adams Boston Lager replay. He absolutely just tore the cover off of that ball. Ball snapping in there sharply, flushing the 1-3. And he is back on the strike train, keeping the pressure on Jerry G here. As Jerry's getting lined up, looking to keep this right-hand lane he's been striking on so far. Great shot there by Jerry G. The light mixer. Hit him thin to win, as Slammin' Sam used to say. As Jerry's back on the strike train here. That gives him 60 in the third with a strike up in the fourth. As there's a 7-pin difference in this match. Advantage to Seth White. Jerry looking to make this a double here and put the challenge on the young cranker. As he's made a small adjustment here on the left-hand lane. Let's see if it pays off. Great shot there by Jerry G. Let's get a look at that one on a Samuel Adams Boston Lager replay. As he moved inside, get a little bit more arc on the ball. The 6-pin trying to go up and around a 10, but taps the top of the 10-pin. As it topples over, Jerry's got himself a double. See how Seth responds here with some of that pressure now. Seth makes a great pitch with a bad result, leaving the 10-pin. Let's see if he changes to a harder ball himself. He elects to. He's going to cut down the hook using his strike ball. He's just going to straighten and flatten out his release. And he got a little bit too flat on that one. Going wide as he drops it off into the channel there. So chink in the armor there for Seth White. Maybe he felt a little bit of that pressure from that double that Jerry got. That open currently puts Seth at 97 in the fifth. So he's got to strike and get back on. As Jerry G is taking a slight lead in this match. Seth makes a great pitch there, snapping the 10-pin out, and he's back on. Currently, Seth's max potential is still 247. So there's plenty of paper left. These two guys are starting to heat up. So let's see what we got in store here for us. As Jerry's getting set on the right-hand lane, looking to make it 3 in a row. And he hit that puddle in the middle, folks. Going a bit wide, leaving the 2-8 double wood. Very choppable spare to bring back. As he moves right, plays off the strike mark with a strike ball. Covers both pins with the ball and brings the spare back. So Jerry trying to keep clean here with that spare recovery. That puts him at 108 in the 5th with a spare up in the 6th. Jerry's max potential with his 2 pins will be 250. So he can go all the way out and shut Seth out. Let's see what he's got in store for us in the 7th here. Makes a good pitch, leaving the half 10. A little bit flat, the 6 pin laying in the channel, not able to get the kick like he got last time. He's going to change to the harder ball and attempt to bring this 10 pin back.
Just wondering, I mean, the houses don't want to get up with the ball. I've asked and asked. Nobody wants to run it on Saturday. I've hit up 10 different centers.
And he's being a sharpshooter today on those 10 pins as he brings that spare back. That gives him 127 in the 6th frame with a spare up in the 7th. Seth made a great pitch there, and that was well needed. As let's watch this one as he shreds it in the Boston Lager replay. Trusted it to the right, and the ball just rolls back to the pocket, shredding the rack. So that was a key shot there for Seth, as he's trying to negate that missed 10 pin. That gives him a double. Another one here will put him right back in this match. As he moves inside, flushing the 1-3. We got ourselves a match, folks. Seth White is back in it. As he's issuing the challenge back. The way it sits right now, Seth can go all the way out and lock Jerry out of this match. So Jerry's going to have to keep pace to have any shot. And hopefully Seth is going to stop somewhere here soon. He makes a good pitch, leaving another half 10. Not much you can do once you stop carrying and your opponent has all the pins falling their way. You just got to keep plugging away and put it in the hole. As he's looking to stay clean here, he changes balls again. He brings that spare back nicely. But as it sits, currently Jerry's max potential now is going to be 228 with his handicap. But he's got a strike on this ball to get anywhere remotely close to that. Makes a good shot there, getting the scout. Let's check that one out on the Samuel Adams Boston Lager replay. Jerry getting a great break here. Head pin off the sideboard. checking up into the 10 pin. You are out of here. So he is pretty much sending the message to Seth, I'm not done yet. Well, let's see how Seth responds. As he makes a no-doubter pitch. Flush in the 1-3. Not even a bat in an eye. Another one here, and Seth is going to put this thing on ice. Let's see what he can do here. His max potential will be in the 240s. Another good shot there by Seth White. Getting that Wally. Hit him thin to win, as Slammin' Sam used to say. So he gets the shaker off the wall. And that gives Seth White 5 in a row. This match is all about over here. Decent count, and he's going to move on. And that's enough, folks. Now, with a conversion of this split, that'll put Seth in the 230s. But I'm guessing he's just going to go for the 3 count here. This match is all but over. Great game there by Seth as he finishes with 232. So he's going to move on today and face the crafty left-hander, Rob Gettell. But a great showing today by Jerry G. He was going to walk away with a nice check. And he's going to move on and bowl tonight at the Coleraine Bowl Sunday Night Sweeper. As he gets a wall shot there, Jerry's potential will be 228 with his handicap. He's going to take that check and his brand new Radical Jackpot. And probably have one of these great pro shops in the area punch that thing up, and he'll have another key piece for his arsenal. As he goes wide of the pocket, leaving the 2-4-8-10. But Jerry's a great guy and a good competitor, and he'll definitely be back. That's for sure. As he goes 2 of the 4 remaining. Final score today: Seth White, 232. Jerry G, 212. All right, folks, we're going to take another quick commercial break, and we will be back with today's final match.
At Sam Adams, we celebrate the independence that made us an original craft beer pioneer. We bring our best friends to work. We treat every day like Casual Friday. We take beer seriously, not ourselves. We brew beers we want to drink. We hold ourselves to our own standards. We share our passion for great beer. And we share our beer with our friends. Sam Adams, be original, stay independent.
It's back. Sweet, malty, delicious. Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
Well, it's too long living in the same old life. I feel too cold to live, too young to die. Won't you follow me into the jungle? Won't you follow me
All right, folks, we are back, and we are getting things set for today's final match at the Gilmore Lanes Sunday Shootout, where we will have Rob Gettell face off against Seth White. And they are getting things ironed out here. All right, Rob Gettell is going to start this final out. Rob is from the Dayton area. Him and his son Joey come down to several of the sweeper events. As the crafty left-hander shot 760 in the qualifier. He starts out with a quick strike. Shredding the rack. He was in the 270s in his last match play game before the stepladder final. And he finished on this pair, so he quite well could be dialed in and give Seth White all he can handle. As Seth makes a good first pitch, leaving the half 10. As we stated, this is a handicap event, so it's 80% of 220. And Rob is currently getting 29 pins in this matchup. So Seth is coming in scratch. Rob gets 29 sticks. As he brings that first spare back. All averages are based on the USBC book. So it tends to keep things at a level playing field. As we stated, this is on a standard house pattern, a little bit modified, a little bit heavier oil in the middle, so everybody gets a fair shake here. As Seth makes a great shot there. He gets on the board, and he is on the strike train. So he has a 20 count in the first with a strike up in the second. The crafty left-hander jumped out to an early strike lead. Going a little bit wide in this pocket. Ball not recovering as he leaves the 1-3 spare. See if he can bring this back. As his last game before the stepladder finals, Rob was playing that sweeping shot, getting the ball to finish, and he was blowing racks out. But he brings this spare back here. It gives him 20 scratch in the first with a spare up in the second. With his pins, he is currently sitting at 49 total. So Seth White is down 29 sticks in the third frame of this final match. Rob looking to make it more here in the third frame. As he goes wide of the pocket again, leaving a washout, leaving the 1-3-7. So Rob kind of giving Seth a little bit of daylight here. Unless he is able to convert, Seth will have an opportunity to climb back in this match and chip away at that lead. So Rob elects to take the 2. Goes 9 out in that frame. It gives him 46 scratch in the third. As he sits at 75 total with his handicap. Seth with a strike here. He will chip away at that lead and have a key double. So let's see what he can do here. Good shot there. Flushing the 1-3. That ball was trucking, folks. Seth upwards to 18, 19 mile an hour. High speed, high revs. Really snaps that ball through with a whipping action. So let's see if he can get some turkey time here. Another great pitch. Let's check that one out on a Samuel Adams Boston Lager replay. It's the ball finishing late. Tails in behind the head pin, shredding the rack. Seth White's on 3 in a row. And he is back in this match. So Rob Gettell is going to have to get back on here, as that lead that he had is going to be gone quick. And he makes a crucial mistake, going wide of the pocket again, as he leaves the 3-9-7 split. And that's an equalizer there, folks. Unless he can bring this back, Seth is off to the races, and he is going to be in control of this final match. Rob takes the 2, and unfortunately has another open. It gives him 55 scratch in the 4th with his pins, puts him at 84 total. Seth with 20 in the 1st on a 3-bagger. If he is fortunate enough to strike, he will be at 80 and only down 4 pins. So advantage to Seth White at this point. Rob has got to strike to keep pace. As he makes a good pitch. 9 and a wiggle. Just wasn't able to get it to fall. I thought it was on its way down, but unfortunately he leaves a 10 pin. He's gonna just off the strike mark here and hook into it. And he does bring that spare back, so he stops the bleeding, applies the tourniquet, and he's going to have to hope that Seth White stops striking. I'm sure Seth has other plans for him here as he's getting set on lane 18. That's a good shot there, folks. This kid is wired, he is lined up, and he is ready to rock. That's 4 in a row for Seth White, as he just took 10 back there, folks. That was a definite 10 in the pit, every pin doing its job. Seth White has himself a strike. So another shot here by Seth, and we might be having an early curtain call. Boy, folks, he just strapped another one. This one's getting ugly quick as he is off to the races, and he is not looking back. Seth White with 5 in a row. Rob has got to go, and got to go now. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Rob has to strike, and strike frequently, to get back into this match. And he makes a great pitch again. Almost left the pocket 7-10. Fortunate enough to break that split up as he leaves just the 7 pin. But spares are not going to win this match today, folks. As he attempts to bring that spare back. Goes a bit wide of it, dropping it in the channel. So that is another open there for Rob Gettell, and the wheels are falling off quick, as he is currently sitting at 83 in the 6th. With his pins, he is currently at 112. Rob's max potential will be in the 190s, but that's going to change at this point as he left another shaker and has another 10 pin to deal with here. So let's see if he can bring this one back. This match is, for all uncertain words, pretty much over. Just going to have to go through the motions here. As Rob flags another spare. Just did not seem comfortable out there at all today. Once the lights came on and the camera started rolling, things got a little tight for him, it looked like, but he shot very well and had a respectable qualifying score. He's got nothing to be ashamed of. As Seth almost leaves the 7-10, he's going to have a single pin attempt here. See if he can bring this spare back. With a conversion, that will put him at 159 in the 6th. And he brings this one back. So he's got a spare up in the 7th. His max potential, 269. So Seth is really putting a hurting on Rob Gettell at this point.
I didn't think about that just now. I can't throw a 16 in. Wears me out.
Another great shot there by Seth White. Flushing the 1-3. Rob just kind of going through the motions here as this match is pretty much on ice. But he's a great guy, and we enjoy him and his son Joey coming down to the greater Cincinnati area week in and week out. He will definitely be back, and we know that's for sure. So he leaves another split, unfortunately. Just probably wanting to get out of Dodge at this point. If he can bring that back almost through the double wood over there at the 7-pin, but Rob could have used some of that 270 game he had before the stepladder. I think some of the magic wore off for him. But he had a great showing today and has nothing to hold his head low about. So he goes light in the pocket again, leaving the lefty dinner bucket. It's almost over, boss. But he will move on, and he gets a free entry into the Florence Bowling Center Super Shootout on this Tuesday coming up. Speaking of which, they are still currently running their 800 bounty. If you are fortunate enough to shoot an 800 series scratch at the Florence Bowling Center Super Shootout qualifier, you will receive $500, folks. That's right. That's just an addition of $2 to your $35 entry. That gets you signed up for the 800 series bounty at the Florence Bowling Center. You can contact Adrian Guzman at Florence. He'll give you more details on the sweeper and the bounty that he is giving away. So give them a call. That event starts every Tuesday night at 6:45. And they are also running brackets, eliminator brackets, high game jackpots, all that good stuff. So you can walk away with a good chunk of cash. All right, well, Seth goes 9 spare in the 9th. He's looking to close this out in the 10th. We're just kind of taking a walk in the park here as this match has been over for quite some time. But Seth's max potential here, as he can shoot 249. Going a bit high in the pocket, leaving a 4-pin. Great bowling today by Seth White. He was able to get the job done and got through the qualifying, got through some match play, and he's going to walk away with a victory. So it just goes to show he wasn't even going to come down to the event today, and Nolan drug him down here, and look at him now. He's winning the whole shebang. So he brings that spare back with a strike. He will be at 238. And what a great finish by Seth White. In championship fashion, finishes flush in the 1-3. His final score, 238. Nice shooting there, Seth. All right, well, Rob looking just to get her done and grab his check, and I think he's got some other plans this evening. I don't think he'll be available at the Coleraine Bowl event. But he goes light in the pocket again with a 7 count. Maybe we could talk him into showing up at Coleraine. I know him and Joey frequently bounce between all the events we got running in the Tri-State. We really appreciate them contributing to all this great action we got available. All right, well, let's see if we can finish this out on a good mark here. Rob, what do you say here? Give me a strike, buddy. 1 for the closing. Yes, he gets set here. That one looks pretty good, folks. All right, there we go. Ended on a good note, but today's winner, Seth White, 238, to Rob Gettell, 167. Folks, you can catch all this great action on YouTube TV, brought to you by Cincinnati Bell Phi Optics. This King of TV Bowling Sweeper Series has been sponsored by Sam Adams, Pursue Better. Hammer, nothing hits like a hammer. Logo Infusion, the best bowling jerseys in the game. Powerhouse, the professional's choice. And by CheapBowlingBalls.com. The only thing that's cheap is our low prices. Folks, if you like this great action, please be sure to like and subscribe to the King of TV Bowling on YouTube. Thanks for viewing, everyone. Until next time.